Whose world is this?
Muddy Mo, Muddy Mo, oh, Muddy Mo, Muddy Mo. Aye. What's up, crypto world? It's your boy Muddy Mo, aka the King of Minnows, aka the Dapp White Paper. Go! And this is Crypto Dap Yap. Alright? So today we're gonna be talking about the battle of the hexes. Woo! Da-da-da! Da-da-da! No, the battle of the hexes. Pyrahex versus Hex Tew. Alright? Where should you stake your hex? Alright? But before we get into that, man, y'all already know, man, it's Muddy Mo, the King of Minnows. I gotta talk to my Minnows, alright? Alright, Minnows. So today we're gonna be talking about the power of planning, alright? As crypto minnows, man, especially in these dapps, man, we got to make sure that we have plans on taking some gains, plans on, you know, when to enter and exit certain contracts, plans on what you want to do with your crypto, what happens when you actually win if your plan works. All right, so we plan out everything. All right, so you know, you can correlate, you know, planning to rap in a lot of ways, and I mean like hip-hop rap. All right, so in rap, there's a couple different ways to rap. All right, so one way that people rap is they write a verse, they write their words down, they hear the beat, and then they rap on that beat. And another type of rap is what you call freestyle rapping, off the top of the head. All right, so that means that you can hear a beat and you're just rapping whatever comes to your head. All right, now you could be a fan of the freestyle rap, and it's cool to hear, and it's interesting to hear people, you know, rap off the top of the head. You know, whatever comes to the head that rhymes, they rap that. All right, that could be cool, but it's more entertaining when they actually put their time into it. They actually wrote down the raps, what they want to say and what they want you to hear in their music. All right, so you know, the more planned out things are, the more entertained you or the people will be. All right, so that's just like us, you know, in crypto dapps. You know, planning out what we're going to do and planning when you're going to take gains, it gives you a sense of completion when it's done, right? It gives you a sense of a goal line, all right, of, you know, this is my endpoint, or this is what I've been shooting for. All right, so you know, make sure you plan what dapps and what DeFi that you want to be a part of and what will work for you. All right, if you need to, make yourself a chart. You know, that's what Muddy Mo do. Make yourself a chart. All right, and you got to make sure that you're doing for self. All right, so Minnows, make sure that you have a plan. All right, in crypto dapps and DeFi. All right, yeah, y'all want to hear more? Stay tuned. Hex, man. Richard Hart. Pretty Ricky, what they called him. Hex is doing ridiculously well right now. Good job, Richard. Now, you know, in my past video on Hex, I was saying that, you know, Richard needs to really look into the people, and he did that by having one of our Dapp DeFi people, Trayvon James, be on his I guess his little YouTube channel, his little live stream. That was fire. But Hex, all right, if you're interested in Hex, man, link is in the description below, man. You get 10% for using that. Just wanted to say that off the bat. Hex, man, it's been jumping, it's been going up. So before we go into the AA lobby, let me just talk about the price. The price has been skyrocketing. I mean, like, seriously, like, this is crazy. This is only the 6 hour, right? So I'll tell you guys, like, back here, like, I made my video around here talking about Hex, and then in this area it's just nothing but just people hating, like, for months. People just, oh, Hex this, do. Now it's like crickets. Like, you can't hear a thing. They're not saying nothing. Why? It's because Hex is built to do this. Richard Hart, the genius that he is in crypto, and pretty much knowing trends of how people move, figured that it would happen. Like, you know, Richard Hart did say himself that he didn't expect this much this fast. But that's how people are, man. Something's working, they're gonna jump into it. So the Hex token is doing its thing. All right. So now let's talk about the A lobby. This is where you buy it. Remember, I said my link's in the description below, man, if you want to get into this. All right, so let's just, you know, look at the real quick what Hex has been doing. So y'all see, man, I got in, what is that, day 4 is when I started, and got on for like 20 days, and then I just jumped off. I'm like, nah, let me wait. Now that's probably because of, you know, Pyrahex and Hex Tew, but you know, I'm back in it. I had to get back in it. Now my prices is terrible. Alright, so this is how much Hex I'm getting a day for that same amount that I was putting in. So make sure if you get in this, you're putting something that you're comfortable with. Now for staking, I have not touched the staking on go.hex.win. And the reason being is because of Hex Tew, and I'll talk about that in just a second. But this is just, you know, what I got going on with some old stakes I had. My plan is now is to wait on these big payday hexes. Everything else, I'm putting in Pyrahex, Hex Tew. Alright, so, you know, without further ado, man, let's jump into it, man. Battle of the Hexes. Pyrahex versus Hex Tew. Alright, Pyrahex through the Pyrabank platform. Alright, Pyrahex has been around. It's the first mover when it comes to staking outside of the AA lobby. So you got to get Pyrahex something for that. You know, that's clutch. As you see right now, the contract balance is 480 million hexes in this contract. And if you don't know, this is what we call an hourglass contract. You pay 10% to get in, you pay 10% to get out, but you get dividends based on what other people do in the contract. Alright, so one thing about Pyrahex is that it's very stable. Alright, so, you know, one thing, now this was up, I think it was like 800, it might have been a little bit less than that, but it was up to, I think, 600-700 million, and it's been dropping. Now you still making deals. You guys already see Minnows out here making deals. All right, even though it's dropping, even though the contract balance is dropping, I'm still making deals. But that's how, you know, hourglass contracts work. But it's stable because it's still here. It's still holding strong, right? Like to have 480 after Hex Tew came out, and you know, a lot of people, Richard Hart was not talking about Pyrahex, which he was talking about Hex Tew, which is crazy to me. But regardless, they still around. They still holding strong. All right, you got you a seller there, but there's still people, you know, reinvesting and buying more into Pyrahex. Generally speaking, you're gonna get more hex here in Pyrahex by just letting it sit and just getting the deals off of everybody that comes in and out, their 10%, than you would in the AA lobby staking, generally speaking. So it's still a better bet long term to get more hex, and that's what we want, more hex. Now, Richard Hart don't like them, and I don't understand why. I like a number of things. I like Pyrahex. You already know, man. Muddy Mo on the Power 2. Bing! Go check me out. But yeah, you know, I like Pyrahex, man, and he was against this, but he's kind of more, it seems like he's leaning towards these kind of contracts, because he's definitely I think he's a fan of Hex Tew. So I don't know why he's not a fan of Pyrahex. Maybe because they were first, I'm not sure. But overall, Pyrahex is pretty dependable and it's pretty reliable, and they got a song. I think that's number of things. Got his little song. Check his little Pyrahex Pyrabank song, man. It's fire. Oh, going back real quick, Richard Hart not liking Pyrahex is a big deal. It's a big deal because you know, Richard Hart has a crypto following, a bigger following than we have in Crypto Daps, and it doesn't help with mass adoption if he's not promoting it, especially with him owning or creating Hex tokens. It will be better if he were to promote it. Now, one thing that's dope about Pyrahex, that's a plus, is that you have a referral link. All right, so you can, you know, my link is in the description below. Make sure y'all hit that, man. But yeah, you can use your referral link to get other people involved, and you can get a percentage of what they deposit on the site for them using your link. All right, so that's Pyrahex. All right, relaxing deals. Ooh, that boy can sing. Alright, man, so let's jump right off into Hex Tew, man. Alright, so Hex Tew. Alright, so just like Pyrahex was built around the Pyrabank platform, Hex Tew is built around the Tewkenaire platform. And the owner, Trayvon James, has been doing a great job. So now, right now, one thing that's important, man, is how many hexes in here. And it's only 316 players, but it's 847 million of them things. It's 847 million hex. What? Hey, I know Trayvon going crazy. That's good, man. That's really good, and that means that the platform really works and it's helping people, right? You get a lot of hex dividends through the site. All right, so make sure now, if y'all want the video on Hex Tew, I got it. Money Mo got it for you. Go check me out, man. Money Mo's World of Crypto. Alright, so Hex Tew, for those who don't know, Hex Tew is basically a contract that mixes the hourglass, which we just talked about, 10% in, 10% out. Everybody gets a piece of that if you're in it, if you're holding some. And it has the AA lobby, similar to the AA lobby. But they have a staking where does exactly the same thing as Richard Hart's AA Lobby does, right? So that's a big beep because it does both, right? And what's dope about the staking is that once you stake, see, I got 50,000 stake right there. Once you stake, you can still get your dividends from the hourglass contract, which is fire, right? You get dividends based on your total amount in, not how much you have staked. That's fire. All right. Now, Hex Tew did come out after Pyrahex. Gotta admit that, right? But what I like about it, man, is in this space, and we're still early adopters, so make sure y'all remember that. Hex Tew took it to another level, right? They just added a different facet. So, you know, Pyrahex gotta do something, gotta add some song. Gotta add that seasoning on it, man. It got that seasoning. Adding that staking on here made Hex Tew very, very, very profitable, and I think it made it very, very good for the people. Everybody can get a part of this as long as you have your hex in this project, in this Hex Tew. What's fire about this is that the rate that it's growing is just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like, it's growing fast. So now, Money Minnow, you already know, man. Money Mo, I gotta talk to my Minnows. You already know, man. We don't care that we don't have a lot. You already see, man. Money Mo don't have a lot of hex, right? But you know what we trying to do? We trying to catch everybody on their way out. So we gotta be patient. But we waiting on them to come out so we can get more deals and more percentage of the deal pool. Does that make sense? But anyway, this project is growing fast, and it's almost unstoppable at this point. Now, one thing that I don't like about Hex Tew, Pyrahex, and it's not anybody's fault. Maybe Richard Hart a little bit because he's a kind of a fan of ETH a lot. I know he loves Ethereum, but Ethereum is a terrible platform. Oh, it sucks. It does, man. Listen, let me go back. Let me show y'all something real quick, man. So this is how terrible ETH is. Let me just show you. So day 64, 2 days ago from here, I was trying to buy some, and it was just doing this the whole time, right? I was waiting on that transaction to go through. I don't know if you gotta put $10 in gas fees for them to want to pick the miners to want to actually pick up your transaction, but it's so slow, and they get rejected. This one got rejected, so I'm like, yo, every day I'm trying to get my little every day. But what happens with ETH? It's so slow and so expensive, right? They gotta fix that, man, or use the Tron network, man. We had no problems with Tron. Tron been on point. Anyway, back to your regularly scheduled program. That's one thing that, you know, it's not Hex Tew's fault, it's not Trayvon's fault, but, you know, to get in and out of these contracts, to unstake and stake, it just takes gas fees and a headache with ETH. Now, let me talk about another negative to Hex Tew real quick. One negative is that there's not a lot of staking clarity. Like, if you go to the AA lobby, you can see things clearly, and I think this can be fixed. This is something that's fixable because I've already seen some upgrades on this, which is good. That's good. And I think, you know, one thing I like about Tewkenaire and Trayvon, which is special about him, is that he's willing to adjust and adapt and change his game as he goes, and that's important in any Dapp. But, you know, not having staking clarity could push some people away, but obviously it hasn't because it's worked. And y'all see, man, I already ended a couple just to see how they work, and I got one going now. So now to go back real quick, one thing I like about Pyrahex is this is nice. Like, it's a nice looking front page. Like, I love it. It's clean. It's nice. Like, people from the outside world who's not into crypto come here like, oh, okay, all right. Give you that nod. You know, you get that nod. All right. Okay. You know, you bring a pretty girl home or pretty boy, whatever you into, you bring them home and you get that nod like, oh, okay, all right, you good, son, you doing good, son. You know what I mean? Like, she all right, son, good job. Like, that's what that is when you get a nice looking site. To me, that's a negative of Hex Tew. It's cool, it's functional, it's good for us early adapters. It's cool for us. We know exactly what's going on. It's clear, it's simple. I like that. However, it's just not attractive. It's not the prettiest girl in the room. You know what I'm saying? She's alright. Like, you a hit. You know what I'm saying? But she's not the prettiest girl in the room. You know. Now, me being an influencer, right? I want to pump this. I do. I really do. There's no referral system for Hex Tew. Now, people new to the space might not care. You know, whatever. It is what it is. I'm gonna get extra percentage instead of giving a referral a 1 to 2% fee. It goes back to the individual, which I understand that. I get it. Most people don't use referral links. However, for an influencer, man, we really need something to get behind. It's not even about I get what you're saying. You know, you get more by not having referral links. I get that, bro. But you know, people need a reason to talk about Hex Tool, man. This is dope what you're doing over here. It's fire. But we need a reason to talk about it. Not just that it's growing, that's great. Things grow, right? But even Amazon got referral links, bro. Like, it's nothing wrong with having referral links. Even if it's 1%, even if it's something, I don't know. I think, you know, Hex Tool and the developers and the team over there, I think y'all can figure this out. I think y'all can figure out a way to have referral links, to have your influencers and people that's going to push this link and want to tell their friends easily and get some incentive from it. I think that helps the atmosphere, and we're just not big enough in the crypto dap space. We don't have enough. Like right now, we only got 316 users. Like every user counts over here. Like, and all of us eat from that. So let us eat, bro. Let us eat with you. We want to eat with you. We trying to eat with you. You heard? All right, so there it is, man. That's Hex Tew. All right, you know, get that money mo. Bing. Hex, get that money mo. Bing. You already know, man. Pyrahex, get that money mo. Bing. Get in Hex and use all these, man. It's worth it. Y'all want to hear more? Stay tuned. Battle of the Hexes. Pyrahex versus Hex Tew. Alright, which one should you put your hex? Both? Pyrahex? Hex Tew? AA lobby? Where should you put your hex? Alright, so I just got 5 categories to kind of see, man, who's the king? Who's the king of the hexes? Alright, let's jump right off into it. Alright, so the first category is trust. Alright, what platform should the people trust more? To me, both of them are trustworthy. Like, you can trust both of these platforms, I think. I think the reason being is because they're both built around ecosystems. So Money Mo is going to say, as far as trust, these two are even. We got a tie. That's a tie. They both trust. So stability, which one is stable? All right. Now, as far as stability, this really goes into longevity. So meaning which one has basically stood the test of time. And this one has to go to Pyrahex. Pyrahex is right now more stable because it already took a big hit. It took a new platform. It took the maker of Hex tokens hating on them, and they still around, man. Go get your Pyrahex because it's stable, man. But Pyrahex is stable because it already got rid of weak hands. People already got out and dumped on them, and they still standing strong. Good job, Pyrahex. All right, so promotion. Now this was a tough one. Which site, Pyrahex or Hex Tew, is better at promotion? So this is the thing. This one's tough because Pyrahex, on one hand, is really promoting having influencers like Money Mo on their PyraTube, a part of their team, basically their extended team to help them grow their platform to keep things out to the people. And that's probably what's keeping it alive. And it allows regular people to have a referral address so they can refer their friends and whomever they know to be a part of this platform. So that's dope for promotion. It's hard to go against Pyrahex for promotion on this site. They're doing a great job of promoting, and they got a number of things making songs too. So and they got a slogan, relax and divs. That's their slogan. So they're doing a good job of promotion. On the other hand, Hex Tew is hard to say completely yes because you can't. They don't have referrals, right? Normal people can't go and refer a friend to this program, and that sucks. On one side, it doesn't seem like he have a lot of promoters. Like, it doesn't seem like he's really pushing promoters, and I think part of the reason is because he's a promoter himself. He's the face of it, and you know, he's probably more forefront than most people in Crypto Dap. He probably is the most forefront person in Crypto Dap. So I can't knock Hex Tew on promotion because they got probably the top promoter in Crypto Dap. So that one is even. I'm gonna have to say both of them, they even on that. Alright. Now divs. Which platform has the better divs? Right now it's almost double. Probably because of contract balance too. Right now, Hex Tew is killing the div game. It's beating Pyrahex right now. Now, that could change at any minute. Alright, anything can happen. We don't, this crypto daps, man, crypto DeFi. We know what's up. We know that things go up and down every day, B. Every day. So, you know, the divs can change, but as of right now, man, it's hard to go against Hex Tew when it comes to getting dividends. You getting the dividends, and The really reason to put it over the top, man, is because you can also stake while you're still getting dividends. That's a big money mo. Bing! Because that's extra fire, man. That's dope. Alright, so Hex Tool gets that one. And last but not least, adaptability. Alright, so let's talk about it. So, adaptability. Alright, so in this one, it's hard not to say Hex Tool. Alright, and maybe some of the reason is because Pyrahex was first. It came along first. And then Hex 2 saw what they did. Not to say there's nothing wrong with that, because he made a better platform, I think, right now. It's just more, it's more for the people, right, to take advantage of. Big props to Tervan and his team over there for that with Hex 2. But Pyrahex at this point needs to really find a way to adapt and stay relevant, because pretty soon that staking that's on Hex 2 can really swamp them. When it comes down to it, man, battle of the hexes. Right now, I gotta say the best platform to get in is both. Y'all already knew it, man. Muddy Mo with the curveball, man. The winner is both, man. Out now, to be honest, I would say right now, because of the balance and the staking, I would put more into Hex 2, but Pyrahex is definitely not going nowhere. So I think both of them are the winner of this in some ways. Matter of fact, the people gonna win. The people gonna win whatever they get in. Get some Hex and you're gonna win. All right, all the links in the description below. All right, y'all want to hear more? Stay tuned. All right, so that was Crypto Dap Yap with your boy Muddy Mo, man. And in this one, we was talking about the battle of the hexes. All right, Pyrahex and Hex 2, alright, and we ended up with the result that both of them are dope. Alright, so Minnows, make sure y'all remember, man, that we have to plan out what we're doing in the crypto dapps, and make sure that all y'all, man, go get your Hex. Alright, go get your Hex and go stake it somewhere. Alright, Pyrahex or Hex 2, you can't lose it either. Alright, y'all want to hear more? Stay tuned. And man, thank y'all for rocking out with me. I truly appreciate it. It's your boy Muddy Mo, aka the King of Minnows, aka the Dapp White Paper Gaw. And you've just experienced Crypto Dap Yap. Alright? Now, if you're interested in getting any of these dapps, make sure you hit the links in the description below. Also, don't forget to check me out on Library. Support me, tip me, and share. Alright? Check me out on Steam It. Check me out on YouTube. Hit that like and subscribe. And last but not least, make sure y'all check me out on Telegram. Alright? Muddy Mo. Money Mo. Y'all want to hear more? Check out the next video.